Hello, hello. I have some important news for you guys. So I thought that I would just come on here and talk to you about it live. For the month of April, we have two great products that are on sale. So we have our quick cooker or our pressure cooker, and then we also have our deluxe cooking blender. Both of these products are 20% off right now, which is a huge deal. But I have an even bigger deal for you. If you hosted a party in April, in this month, I only have 2 spots open. You can get the quick cooker and or the blender at 60% off on top of your 20% off. Let me tell you what that looks like. So our quick cooker is originally $209. For the special for April for 20% off, you can get it at $167.20. Now that's just as a customer, regular guest. You don't have to host a party, nothing like that. $167.20. Now, if you decided that you wanted to host a party in April with me, you can purchase that pressure cooker for $67. That's right. Not $209, not $167. $67. You can have a brand new Pampered Chef quick cooker. And coming from personal experience, I have owned an Instant Pot and I also own our quick cooker. I do still use the Instant Pot if I have to make 2 things in the pressure cooker, but I'm gonna tell you that I do prefer the Pampered Chef one, and that's not just because I'm a Pampered Chef consultant. I like to think that I shoot you guys pretty straight, and we do have some products at Pampered Chef that are not my favorite, and I don't have any problem to tell you about that. Everybody has different preferences, and for me, I love our pressure cooker simply because of the way that the steam release is. So for my Instant Pot, and I don't know about any other pressure cookers, but I had to use a spoon or like a long wooden spoon to hold the valve open to release the steam if I needed to for the pressure cooker. With the Pampered Chef one, it's just a button. When it's done, I just push the button and it opens up on its own and releases all the steam that's inside the pressure cooker without boiling over or exploding or all of the crazy things that people worry about with pressure cookers. So, and let's talk about that too. Do you own a pressure cooker? If you do you use it? And are you intimidated by it? And if so, I would love to talk about that. I really want to try and focus more about making videos with my pressure cooker because I know people like them and I know people have them, but there are so many people that just don't use them because they're scared or they're intimidated, or I don't know if you're like me. I grew up with my mom who had a pressure cooker that was on the stove. And so we had a lot of that, don't touch it, don't get close to it. And I think a lot of that kind of comes from that. It does for me anyway. But now that I've been using this Pampered Chef one, it's amazing. I made chicken noodle soup yesterday for my mother-in-law in 30 minutes or less with frozen chicken. She's not feeling well. And so I asked her if I could make her something at 3 o'clock. And she said, "Oh my gosh, I really love that creamy chicken noodle soup that you make." Okay, I went out to the freezer, put my chicken in the Instant Pot, in the pressure cooker for 15 minutes, frozen chicken. I mean, it was a brick, frozen chicken. In 15 minutes, it was cooked, it shredded beautifully. I finished making the rest of my soup in the pressure cooker, and it was fabulous. Dinner from frozen chicken in 30 minutes or less. I mean, you can't beat it. And initially, I thought too, what could be so great about this pressure cooker in general? Is it really that much better? Does it really do this, and this? And they really do. I'm really blown away by how much more flavor our meals have by using it. The only thing I can compare it to is, especially when I make soup. You ever make soup and it tastes so much better that second and third day? Well, not with a pressure cooker. It tastes that great that day. Chili, soup, all that stuff. It's great. So we've talked about the pressure cooker, which you can have for $67 this month. Now let's talk about the blender. I love the blender because I do make myself a smoothie at least once or twice a day. Now, the other thing is that you can also cook in it. And I thought that was a little strange at first. So my blender that I had a Ninja before, and it was starting to be at the end of its life. So I bought a Pampered Chef one, and I've been using it, and I really like it. Not that I thought I would be skeptical about it, but Joe wanted to have tomato soup the other night, and I didn't have any in the can, so I pulled up Pampered Chef's recipes, and they have a recipe for tomato soup in the blender. I made tomato soup in 20 minutes. All I did was dump everything in the blender, turn it on, and it just did it. Made soup in 20 minutes, and it was amazing. I've also had some strawberries that were in the freezer that I wanted to get rid of and use. I put them in the blender, and it has a jam or like a jelly setting, so I set that on there. I didn't put any pectin, no sugar, I didn't put anything in it. It was just frozen strawberries. And then I turned it on, and then it does gently cook it. So it did reduce it. Now it's not thick, it didn't set up like jelly, which is okay because that's not what I wanted. What I actually wanted was more like a strawberry sauce, because I put it in Diana's yogurt, or I even put it in my smoothies. So same thing, within 15 minutes I had beautiful strawberry sauce. So let's talk about the blender. The blender is $3.49 originally. 20% off for this month for April, it's $279.20. Now, same thing applies as the quick cooker. If you hosted a party in April, which you still have time to do, I have 2 spots open. If you host a party in April and buy the blender, it's $112. Not $349, not $279, $112. You can have a brand new blender that makes smoothies and cooks. Oh, and I forgot to tell you that it also cleans itself. Crazy. Okay, that's it for now. I just wanted to talk to you guys about April and the specials that are going on right now. If you have any questions, please comment below. You can also call or text me anytime on my cell phone. My cell phone is 574-229-7659. Thanks, guys. Have a great weekend.